Alright everyone, this is Toy Reaper here, and I'm here. We're going to be starting a new series today. It's going to be the How to Minecraft series. And basically I'm just going to be taking you through step by step of from starting a world to gathering your first materials and just taking you through a normal gameplay and just kind of hoping to teach you something along the way from each step. And I'm hoping there's going to be enough in here for beginners and experienced players all to gain something from it. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first when you open Minecraft, you're going to get brought to this screen here. We are going to be playing on the PlayStation, so if you're on a different console, this part can be a little different, but actual gameplay in Bedrock Edition will be the same regardless. But you're going to go here, and if the skins actually work correctly, your skin that you have saved would load over here on the right hand side. However, still broken after being fixed like 5 times, still broken. But regardless, if we're just going to hit play, and right here you're going to have options to your old worlds you already created. If you have any worlds that were on the PlayStation 4 before it went to Bedrock Edition, those are going to be here. But for now, we're just going to go to create new. Alright, and we're just wanting to do just a regular survival world, so we're going to ignore this part, just go to create new world. Now, you have options. There's different websites, different places you can go, like chunkbase.com, and you can go through and you can look random seeds, you can look at the biomes, find a seed that interests you, and if that is something you want to do, then you can come over here, type the seed number in right here. If that's not what you want to do, you just want to have a random world, just play whatever, then leave it blank. Come over here. I like to play on hard mode. There's peaceful without any hostile mobs spawning, which is going to make it impossible to get some resources, but if you're just wanting to get the survival experience without having to fight anything, then that's an option. Easy, normal, hard. The higher the difficulty, the more hostile mobs you're going to have spawning, the faster you're going to go through your food. So I like to play on hard mode, so that's what we're going to go with for now. You can either start the world off with a map or not having a map. I'm going to start off with one, leave everything how it is for me, but I don't want a bonus chest. Going to start off just completely empty-handed with a map. I normally leave all this the way it is. Friendly fires turned on if you're playing split screen or let anybody join your world. I do turn show coordinates on. That is amazing. It has your coordinates for where you're at on the corner of the screen at all times. Other than that, everything else I normally leave the same. If you want to make it to where TNT and creepers don't destroy your builds when they go off, you've got TNT explodes here. You can turn fire spread off to where you can set things on fire and the fire will be there, but it will not actually burn down anything. So that's another interesting thing you can change. But me personally, I like the game just the way it is. I don't want to change anything of it, so we're just going to go over here. You can either change your game to multiplayer or not multiplayer. I'm going to be playing solo, so I'm going to leave it like that. But there's also different options. You can have resource packs, which is just the different texture packs that you can have. Oh my god. Also, the other option you have are behavior packs, which basically there's different worlds you can get different behavior packs, and it's going to make different things inside the world behave differently. There's a lucky skyblock world that I have, that there's a villager on your main island that sells lucky blocks. Now villagers don't normally sell lucky blocks, so they change the behavior of them. That's something you can download. But for now, we're just going to be playing pure survival, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to hit, well, first we're going to go ahead and rename this. We're going to do how to Minecraft. You can name it whatever you want to. It'll show up in your list, be able to tell what world you're wanting to go to, and just makes it easier to find. But now we are ready to get this world started. So everyone, from the future, I thought of a few things while I was recording this video that I probably should have put as disclaimers in the very beginning. While you're doing this, I turn show coordinates on. I feel like it's a very important thing when you're trying to play. If you don't, I mean, make sure you're leaving some kind of path, like Hansel and Gretel style, I guess, to find your way back. But show coordinates on. Anywhere you plan on making anything, our little just starter items we've got put down here, I took a screenshot. You can write down the coordinates. You write down coordinates for your mine shaft, your farms you make, anything you find that you want to go back to. Be sure to write your coordinates down, because otherwise you're not going to find it 9 times out of 10. Because I mean, as you can see already, even from this close, if I came up on it, I would not know my stuff was there. I mean, you don't know. So that's something to keep in mind, but I do hope you guys go ahead and watch the rest of this video. I will tell you that it's a pretty good video. I will say that this is one of the best starts I've had in the world, probably ever. Some of the best luck I've ever had. So please finish watching. If you know anybody who could use this video for getting started, or if you think they could just use a few tips playing Minecraft, let them know. Send them my way. The more, the merrier. Thank you, and enjoy. I would like to take this moment that if you're watching this to please consider leaving a like on this video. Please consider subscribing if this is a series that you are interested in. I also like to post tutorials on my channel. So, you know, I mean, on top of just watching through here and seeing day-to-day gameplay, you also feel free to request any specific farms that you might want to see or any specific builds. I'll be happy to get this put on there, but, you know, the more likes, subscribes that I get is going to be more apparent to me on what I need to be focusing on, because at the end of the day, it's not about what I want, it's about what y'all are looking for watching. But let's get started here. So we've got our map here. This is going to be our base island. So first things first, we've got to gather some resources. So some things that are good to start off with: obviously you're going to have to get wood. You're going to need to make a crafting table, make your beginning set of tools. Other things are any kind of crops you see. You want to get some, that way you can start growing them whenever you find your place that you want to start off at. So we're going to grab this sugar cane here. And then we're going to walk over here and I'm going to start punching down some trees. But see, if you look down in the right hand corner of this, bottom right hand corner of the screen, you've got the R2 for mine on the PlayStation. You're going to want to mine, even though it's not mining per se, like you're in a cave breaking stone and coal, but it's still any kind of breaking block. They refer to it on here as mining. You've got L2 for place. I've got this wood. If I wanted to start building over here, come over here, press L2, I'm going to place it. Anyways, I'm going to keep gathering up some wood. Once I've got a decent bit of this, I will be back with you and we will move on to the next phase of lesson 1. Alright, now I've got a little bit of wood gathered up, not a whole lot, but I saw animals spawning, so let's go ahead and move on. Now with wood you can either go to crafting or you can go to your inventory and you can craft some of these logs that you have into planks. Once you have 4 of them, you can put you a crafting table. Now the crafting table is going to change here. You've got this 2x2 crafting interface. Crafting table, you're going to have a 3x3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn all of this wood into planks for now. Get us a few sticks. We're going to get us some wooden tools just to get started off with. Just a sword, an axe, a pickaxe. Now, let's go out here. Get us some food. Also, killing the sheep gets you wool you can use for making you a bed, which is going to come in handy here in just a little while whenever it becomes nighttime. Also, I would just like to point out that that is one of the most awesome mountain ranges I have ever seen naturally generated. That is amazing. Alright, so now I'm just going to take a few minutes. I'm going to look for, basically me looking for food or crops or anything, but it's going to kind of be passively because the main thing I'm looking for is just a small cave. Nothing too crazy, but would like to start gathering some resources because, you know, you can These blocks right here, the stone, you can break this, you get cobblestone from it. And that's what you're going to actually use to make a furnace to be able to cook your foods and smelt some of the ores that you're going to find. You can also upgrade your tools to stone tools instead of the wooden ones. So, alright, so let's see here. We got 13 pieces of cobblestone. We'll get us a furnace with 8 of them. Stone sword. And a stone pickaxe. Minecraft is one of those games that's extremely slow starting off. You know, a lot of taking forever to break blocks, looking around, not doing anything. But once you get to finding some iron, everything, the progression speeds up a lot. So I do know that I really want to have me a couple more pieces of wool before nighttime gets here, because I am not looking to fight mobs right now. Oh, awesome. We've already found us a beehive. Now, I'm not going to be able to get it yet. Beehives are actually really cool because if bees leaves, they go collect pollen from these flowers, bring it back to the nest. But to be able to collect these, you do have to have silk touch on an axe. You need to have a campfire underneath it. So we're going to leave this here, but this would be a good time, you know, pay attention to the coordinates, and then whenever you do get it, you know where one's at to come back to it. Also, I cannot believe that we're starting off right here in this flower forest biome. They normally have to travel quite a ways to find these, so this is, I'm telling you, this could shape out to be a pretty awesome level for us. Ah, there's a bee now. At the same time, I found 2 more sheep. Yeah. Now, one thing I will tell you, and I don't, that might not be very good at explaining this, but if you just go up and hit the sheep normal, just like this, I would have to hit it probably twice with a stone sword. Now, you can do what's called a critical hit if you jump and hit it while you're on the way down, right here. It does more damage than just walking up to it and hitting it. So that is something to keep in mind, especially whenever you're fighting hostile mobs, because that extra hit could be the difference between you living or them living. But anyway, let's see here. We got 3 pieces of wool now. So you can either use the crafting interface over here, which just you click on and it puts it in your inventory, or if you would rather, a little more interactive, actually put the blocks in there the way you need them. We got us a white bed. Now the cool thing about beds is that recently it got changed to where even if it's not nighttime, you can click on this and you can see it says you can only sleep at night, but it also tells you respawn point set. So as long as that bed were sitting there, if I came over here and I drowned in this water, I would respawn at my bed instead of where we started the world at. But for now, we've got us a bed. We've got us a little bit of raw food here. We're in an awesome area. We've got this nice flat area right here, next to flowers, next to water. This is great. So I think this is going to be kind of our starting location here. I'm going to kill these last couple cows, and then I'm just going to come back and get some of my items set down, and we will get into cooking us up some food. So I will be right back with you. Alright, I've gathered a little bit of food. I'm back over here near our water, and I'm thinking this is going to be where we have our starter base at here. We've got this nice flat area. I'm loving it. I'm loving this area. So, as you can see right now, my hunger bar over there to the right of the number 2 for my level is down to 3. Once you get down to 3, you can no longer sprint. So, I am walking here, and I can try and sprint. Will not do it. I am stuck walking, so If I get down to no hunger bars, I will start dying of starvation, which is not what we want to happen. So let's just get us a couple things put down here. Get us a crafting table, a furnace. And for now, we can use some of this wood. If you put oak logs in there, or any kind of logs in there, you will get charcoal from it, which does cook more stuff than planking. So it's this little circle to get more bang for your buck. You can see her there. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is I'm going to get us a couple chests made up here, which is just 8 pieces of wood, the same design you use for a furnace, just like this. We're going to get these put down, and looks like the sun's getting ready to go down. That was pretty good timing, if you ask me. Not quite nighttime yet, but day 1 of the new Minecraft world, and I think it's going great. Alright, so now, day 2, and now that I've slept in that bed, if I die right over here, that's where I'm going to respawn at. So that is good. We do not have to worry about just losing our stuff just because we die. Anyways, now I can put this charcoal down here as the fuel, put some raw food up at the top, and get to cooking some food for us, and we'll be good to go here in no time. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get us a couple more stone tools made. I'm going to cook up this food, and I'm going to plant the sugarcane. Now, sugarcane can be planted on grass or sand, and all it needs is grass or sand directly underneath it, or dirt. And then whatever block you put it on has to have water next to it. So we can plant it here, we can plant it over here. Anywhere on the edge of this, plant some sugarcane. Now, sugarcane is useful for making sugar for fermented spider eyes later on, but it's also good for making paper, which is what we're going to use it for first. And that's going to be going towards trying to get us an enchantment table with some bookshelves going around it, which is going to allow us to enchant our weapons. But we'll get to all that later on. Just know that sugarcane is a very important part of starting off, so you're going to want to get all of that you can find. Alright, so we've got us some food cooked up. Get that hunger bar filled now. Alright, so we don't actually have any more cobblestone right now, which is phenomenal. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal. I think for now, we're just going to take this. This 6 pieces of food will be good for now. This charcoal, we can use that to make us some torches. And now that we have a little area set up, now we can go out and go a little more resource gathering. You're going to spend the majority of your time starting off a world resource gathering. Chopping down trees, killing animals, mining is where you're going to spend probably multiple hours. Mining is, starting off, is probably one of my least favorite things in the game. Not having enchanted tools, no beacons, none of the in-game stuff, but at the same turn, it is kind of necessary unless you just plan on using wooden tools forever. So, you have the choice of either wandering around looking for a cave or just get started digging a hole. I think what I'm going to do is look around for just a couple minutes and hope that I can find a cave, and if I don't, then I will resort to digging out a mine shaft. But for now, let's just go see if we can find us a cave. Alright, after about 10 or 15 minutes of looking around now, I found 2 what I believe to be caves, so let's check them out. Alright. Not a cave. Attempt number 2. Also not a cave. And 3. Also not a cave. So, back to searching. Alright, well, we have finally found us a little bit of a cave here. I did take the liberty of exploring a little bit off camera, and the part that I looked at was not a lot of a cave, but at the same turn it has what we're looking for. So we're gonna drop in here, and this right here is iron ore. This is what we're looking for right now. This is one of the more valuable things in the game. You're gonna find a lot of it, but once you start getting into automation and building some farms, you are going to fly through it. And currently on Bedrock Edition, iron farms are not the greatest. They're supposed to be getting a huge upgrade in the next update, and for that reason we're probably going to be holding off on an iron farm until after the update and then building one, but I don't know that for sure. But for now, you know, you're out here, you're going to want to keep an eye out for the iron. You're going to want to gather as much of that as you can. You can go ahead and gather some more cobblestone because you're never going to have too much cobblestone. So, how about we slip over to a little bit of a time lapse of me gathering some resources, looking through this cave, and I will be right back. Alright everyone, we are back now. I'm gonna show you a little clip here in just a second that doesn't have any audio because, you know, since this is a tutorial, I guess I can tell you this as well. If you're ever wanting to do videos or record whatever and you turn your mic off, you might want to check it before you start recording again. But the exciting thing is right here in this hole there were diamonds, and that was what interrupted the time lapse. I got excited about it and did not even think about the fact that my mic was turned off. So let me go ahead and show you the end result here of the clip you're about to watch and explain it to you a little bit. So I showed you that we started smelting up some iron, made us an iron pickaxe, because for breaking diamonds you do have to use an iron pickaxe or better, iron, gold, or diamond. If you break diamond ore with a stone pickaxe, it will not drop anything. With that being said, we were able to gather up 6 diamonds. I used the first 3 of them to make this diamond pickaxe right here, and used 3 iron to make a bucket. Then I came over here, collected water from that wall, to explain that if you go down here on the bottom, you spread water out over the top of lava source blocks, it turns it to obsidian. Now, let's cut over to that little clip, and then I will be right back with you. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed that very quiet, very, silent film we had there. Now, I'm just going to show you, for breaking obsidian, you're going to need at least 10 pieces of it for another portal. You will need 4 pieces of it for an enchantment table. And that's about where you're going to start, is wanting to get about 14 pieces. But I'm going to show you how long it takes to break one, then I'm going to go ahead and break the rest of them off camera, because it takes a little bit of time. Now, as I said, you do have to use diamond pickaxe to break this, but that's about the timeline you're looking at here. So I'm going to go ahead and gather us up 13 more pieces of this, and then we will make our way out of this cave. While I was mining this obsidian, it did get me thinking, because I actually know for a fact that underneath this block of obsidian there is lava. And if I was breaking it the way you normally would break blocks, you're walking forward while you're breaking it, you'd walk right into that lava, and there's no coming back from that. Side note, learning lesson: if you get caught on fire, put down water. It'll put you out. Anyways, that being said, for any version of Minecraft, you're going to be able to, instead of standing up running around, you'll be able to squat. Whenever you squat, when you're on the edge, you can walk forward. You will not fall off. I'm sure you can hear me trying to walk forward. I will not. I will stop right there on the edge. Now, PlayStation by default it's the R3 or clicking in the right analog stick, but on any version you can go in here to settings. We'll go down here to controller, or if you're on the computer you've got a keyboard and mouse, but all the different controls here, sneak, fly down, that's the one I'm talking about there. For me it's L3, I like that better. But that's what you're looking at here. So that's something good to remember, because for example right here we're going to squat or sneak, break this block while holding forward, and I get the block and don't fall in the lava. So just wanted to share that with you, but we got one more block to get and we're going to be making our way out of here. Alright, so now that we've gotten our obsidian, we've gotten our other stuff that we were wanting to get, let me go ahead and grab this little bit of iron here, but the next thing up is going to be making your way out of a cave. Now, some people do really good about marking their way out of a cave. I find that even doing that, there's still times where you are not going to find the same way you came in, or it's just not worth it. So you have a few different options. One, you can wander around and hope that you find your exit, hope you get lucky, follow your torches back. However, you have the option of digging straight up, which I do not recommend, because if there's sand, gravel, water, lava, anything above you, that's going to fall down on your head. The way I recommend doing this, and it gives you a way to get back here again, is just find you a spot and start making a staircase. Just do this all the way out. Then if you do get ready to come back down here the same way that you left. You can even mark your entrance, especially with this being a good cave. We've been in the world for less than an hour and we've already gotten us diamonds. But I'm going to work on us a staircase on the way out, and then we're going to take the loot we've gotten back home. Finally came across our first creepers on our way back to our base, but I just want to show you what you're up against. This is what they look like. Now, to give you an idea of what happens if this one blows up, that. Now, with no armor on, that would have killed me. Believe it or not, in hard mode, they will kill you in one time. Even from full health, they will kill you. But anyways, I'm going to finish getting us way back to the house. I just wanted to show you that. Now here at nighttime, you can see it gets pretty dangerous. We got some drowned zombies down here in the bottom of the river. Skeletons over there, creepers. Bad place, there's a spider back there. So, definitely either want to bring a bed with you or try to avoid traveling at nighttime until you're comfortable taking these on, because it can be quite frustrating if you're running around not paying attention to your coordinates, because you're just, I'm on my way home, I don't know where I'm at right now, just know where I'm going. And you get killed and you can't find your stuff. Believe me, it's not fun. Been there, done there. Been there, done that. Done there. Oh my gracious. See, all these mobs, I can't even English right now. Anyways, let me get us home, and we'll get all this stuff smelted up and we will move right along. I'm going to wrap up this episode, but just, I think, a good way to round up getting started on a new Minecraft world. We've already got us sword. We've got us an iron and a diamond pickaxe, which I think is an excellent start. Normally, this early in a world, diamonds are not something you come across. So I think we're off to a good start here, but what we're going to do is we're going to come in here to the crafting, and we're going to go ahead and make us an iron helmet, chest plate, leggings, and some boots. And now, within the first hour and a half, 2 hours of playing, within the first episode, we've already got us a full set of iron armor, a diamond pickaxe, 3 more diamonds, 14 obsidian, and a bucket. Not to mention I'm finishing up smelting the iron now. So I would say this is a great success, and if you have anything you want to make sure I cover in future episodes, please be sure to leave a comment down below. And as I said before, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. It helps out the channel more than you could imagine. And please subscribe. Make sure you're going to be the first ones to know about it whenever the next video comes out. Also, I'm going to have the seed number for this world put down in the description if you want to play along with me. Or if you just like it, I would say this is a good world. You know, we got diamonds already. We're starting off right next to a flower forest biome, which is, from what I've seen, extremely rare. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed. Look forward to seeing you next time. So, goodbye.